maybe push Hiramar onto the Xerath, or first pick the Xerath away and get him away from his Anivia and Victor Xerath and see what he can pull outside of that.
And the Saya ban right back makes sense. Same thing Jirachi's most. Oh, that, like you said, there's an Nivea ban.
Yeah, double bird bands back at each other, back to back birds. Uh, Say that 3 times fast. So, and then the Graves focused heavily at Elucida. A really strong jungler, probably one of the best in the entire league right now. As I think this is probably going to be a first pick top laner. They generally like to either get a jungle or top lane matchup, as the Morgana, which we did just talk about earlier, is
Mm-hmm.
going to get locked away, and that is a nice flex pick for the side of they are here that can go to mid or to bottom.
Yeah, Zorbox has played that Morgana 7 times. We see Xerath coming through just like we thought. It's going to put Beher in an awkward position, maybe push them towards that Galio. That's what they usually do.
Yeah, and definitely, I think the Xerath pick here is more about comfort as opposed to you don't know where that Morgana is going to go. Morgana has a very nice laning phase
Mm-hmm.
into the Xerath with the spell shield and just being able to push him out a little bit, but not able to trade with the poke that can be laid down from the Xerath, as a Trundle does get locked in, and the Sivir for the bot lane, and it's going to be Sivir Rakan locked in, so now we know exactly where that Morgana is going to go.
Yeah, and they've got a strong support comp playing around the win conditions like they usually do. Rakan and Morgana are going to make it really hard for them to stick on anybody else on their team.
Yeah, the Trundle is a nice pick, I think, right here. It's a very strong jungle pick, most likely. Now, we have seen General Dill play it in the top lane, to where if he wants to get an advantage himself, he'll take that in the top lane, but it will dissuade any type of tank pick for the most
Mm-hmm.
part. But I still think that just the way the composition is looking at, you're going to have a tank in either that jungle or top, and of the two places, I'm most likely going to see it top on the side of they are here, with the
Yeah,
Zyra being locked in for Zorpox, most likely. If
pretty much for Garfield Juice, he's only played Maokai this split. I think it's 8 or 9 times this split.
Yeah. And a nice Nocturne ban coming. I think Nocturne's a great pick for Elucida. Unfortunately, he won't be able to see
Uh-huh.
it with the Paranoia lasting about 6 seconds long now. Could have been really annoying to deal with for the likes of a Xerath who's trying to snipe out people, and then you just press your R button to deny him vision of anybody. Uh,
Yeah, right now there's a lot of disengage on their team, but not enough strong engage, really.
yeah, if it seems like
Oh, Kane ban.
yeah, the Kane ban coming out, feeling that that might be a top lane Trundle right there, so just in case. Long animation longs, like you said, don't have any really hard commit engage, have situational engage or pseudo engage, as
Mm-hmm.
the Talia ban comes out, and I think that's a very smart ban, focusing Elucida with these last two bans, um, with him not picking it up right now. Um, Obviously, you brand the Graves and then pick the Trundle, not necessarily the best matchup for Trundle, can speak to that. Um,
Oh yeah.
and
That's
then
such a wanting
this.
bit. Oh yes, looking over the stats, Neil has actually never played Trundle this split yet. So they're kind of putting all of their cards on the table, thinking that this Trundle's definitely going top lane.
Yeah, I think you have to pick your AD carry here to kind of keep that Trundle pick a little bit hidden right there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, AD
What would
carries.
you pick in the Sibir Rakan though? Or
Ooh,
Draven?
Draven is a bully, and he is locked in. That is a digital love special. We're looking at major comfort here in the bot lane for the side of long anime schlongs.
Actually surprised he didn't pick that evolution up on the. I know it's his most played champion too.
Yeah, I think the Draven or Lucian would have been fine here. Probably Lucian a little bit better with how much engage they do have on the side. Sidestep some bindings. The grand entrance from the Rakan, as the Ornn will be locked in
Mm.
here. Makes a lot of sense with how squishy the team is, but we're going to finally figure out what the jungle pick is here. It could be the Nidalee. There are some other, maybe like the Kindred, I think could be something that we see coming out here from the side of Elucida. Um,
I feel like the Draven would be a really strong pickup here too, against how immobile Long Animation Long's team is.
Yeah, the Jarvan pick would be huge and it'd be another source of engage. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was clock winds down and it's gonna be the
Oh, Olaf.
Olaf.
So same idea as the Jarvan needs to run straight through them all and get to the carries.
Yeah, just ignore all the crowd control that you see right here. Now, I can tell you that the Trundle into Olaf matchup actually is fairly good for the Trundle. Having the Trundle
Mm-hmm.
just when the Olaf runs in and he turns on his Ragnarok, you just ult him and then he just loses all those resistances, comes in, and it will be the Alawi most likely hovered for,
Wowie, allowy.
and that is going to be locked in, as we do have it finally locked in here on the side of Long Anime Schlong's. General Dylan taking a page out of Bad Instincts and picking the Alawi into the Ornn. This is going to be a nightmare for the side of Garfield Juice.
I would just say the whole They Are Here team. There's no one that can answer that split push from allowing. That's how Long Range Lungs gets their win conditions most of the time.
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting. I love this draft so far. Both teams have their win conditions set out through the pick and ban phase. The 4-1 split push that you're gonna be seeing with a bunch of disengage on the side of long anime schlongs, but on the side of They Are Here, what they want to do. What do you do when there's a 1-4 split push? You hard engage on the side of the
Mm-hmm.
4 and try to force the issue, and that's what they can do. A flash ult from Simply Phenomenal. This go button on the Sivir. You might worry about the lack of damage that they have in this early game, but outside of that, it's going to be really, really interesting.
Yeah, I say past 15 minutes, that doesn't ever matter very much because of how not tanky Long Anime Schlongs is, aside from the Trundle ult. They don't need much damage to clean up these fights.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun and interesting to see how this goes down. I just looking back at this pick ban, how it went down. The Olaf, I think this is the first Olaf of the season for Elucida, if I'm not
Um,
mistaken.
I can have to check on that real quick. I've got the spreadsheet up.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
and it's a first Trundle, so both junglers playing their first jungle champion of the split on their respective champions. But then comfort around for almost everyone else. We've seen
Mm-hmm.
Jirachi play the Sivir. The Rakan, obviously, for New Capaturk is a huge playmaker for him. Ornn, I believe, has been played twice or three times for the side of Garfield Juice. Morgana is a simply phenomenal champion as well. And then on the side of Long Anime Schlong's got a lot of comfort there. So we're seeing the Find Me Alpha LCS comfort come out in full force here.
I mean, it's not regular season anymore. They don't have to worry about metas and all this crap. They just want to play. They've already made it here. They might as well see what their best champs can do against other people's best champions.
Yeah, so really, really interesting. Also, an interesting fact from the great jungler Maya, the best jungler in the PMA LCS. He says Long Enemy Schlongs has yet to lose to Ornn. Fun fact. That is a very fun fact. Uh, and that
Both
fun,
educational and entertaining.
yeah, fun facts always get 5 out of 7 Mayas uh, when it comes to that. And I know you said that there's not really anyone tanky on the side, but
Mm-hmm.
if that Alawi goes even or gets ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to be pseudo tanky though with Sterix, and it's going to be a lot of split pushing.
Well, I mean, what I'm kind of getting at is that if no one is answering that Alawi and your team
Mm-hmm.
just plays far back enough, although Draven is one to, now that we see the rest of the comp, I almost would have either preferred the Lucian or most likely the Ezreal, the digital love plays, to just have
Mm-hmm.
this really nice, strong disengage comp because the Draven always has to get into attack range, and if he doesn't have, he's probably going to go Stormrazor first. I'm
Yeah.
assuming, as it's a very strong AD item right now. But it's going to be really interesting to see the way that this bot lane plays out, and I think if Elucida on the Olaf can pressure early, then that's the win condition right now for They Are Here. I think the scaling is fairly even, but team fighting obviously to the side of They Are Here.
Oh yeah, definitely. Interesting though. Most of the time, they like Jirachi on that heavy carry, 80 carry. So even when it's weak early on, the Zaya, the Kaisa, Lucian gets strong. I don't know. I wonder if they can get that damage out with the Sivir on their team.
Agreed. I'm going to ask chat for a favor because I'm going to do something to stream right now, and I want you to tell me if you like it better that way or the other way. So give me a
What
second.
the hell are you doing?
I'm going to be changing the way that this looks because I kind of hate the way it looks right now.
Here, I'll pull the stream up. Well, where's it going? Let's clip it in the right side a little bit, Steve.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
Is that better?
Uh,
I think that looks better.
it looks like League. Yeah, we can't see the bands aren't in a row. That's the
Yeah.
only issue.
Yeah, the bands are meh. All right. I like the way Meng Daddy likes it. I don't know who
That
that is.
hurts. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know who Light Pulse 94 is either. It's not a player in our league yet.
Hey, thank you for coming. Where's Lee Sin, Super Smash Brothers Melee bot? Um, he's actually playing Leffen right now, so that's a
But Leffen's actually playing Dragon Ball Fighters at the same time,
yeah,
so it's kind of tricky.
yeah. It's weird how that all works itself.
Yeah. You have to
Um,
switch out to Krillin if you want to win.
dude, Krillin, the new Krillin unit on
Dude, there's a guy on YouTube who's like top 1,000 in online ranked, and all he plays is Yamcha as his sweeper. It's so funny.
Oh Jesus.
He fought a dude that was like a top 15 in the world and lost his first two characters and just fucking reverse swept him as Yamcha, and the guy rage quit.
Dude, that's tilting.
That's the strongest fighter on Earth, strongest Earth boy.
I feel like Tien has a say in that. As we get back into the topic at hand with this game, we got 2 minutes left roughly. Who do
Mm-hmm.
you think's gonna win and why? We kind of talked at length about these win conditions, about what each team wants to do. But who do you think's gonna win and make it happen here up on the Summoner's Rift?
I think Long Anime Schlong's their team. I don't think their team comp is as complete as they are here. But like we said, the win conditions. Alawi's going to be such a nuisance. Having to deal with Zyra's ult, deal with Zera stun, deal with Trundle Pillar while you're trying to engage on them, like you said. I think it's just going to be way too hard to pull off. And Alawi's just going to get towers, cause pressure, cause Ornn to not be in the fight, and just be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I generally like the easier to execute composition, which would be they are here's. It's the press R
Mm-hmm.
composition. It's the run at them composition. Um, they have no way to stop this Ornn's engage either. There's no
Mm-hmm.
Braum. There's no Yasuo. There's no, maybe if you
Yeah, the
get
only thing that
close
could be a
enough.
maybe pillar at the right time.
Yeah, a pillar at the right time, or a root from Zyra or something like that, or you know, the stand aside from Draven, or a
Or they
stun
can
from
just spam
Zeri.
their mastery emotes while he's trying
Yeah,
to ult.
exactly. Um, I think if I'm looking at each lane, that I give it to the side of they are here. But if General Dill, who is, in my opinion, by far and away the best top laner in the league, can take this carry matchup and abuse what is a great matchup for the Alawi, if
Mm-hmm.
he can do that, Long Anime Schlongs will will come out on top of this one. I'm honestly just gonna have to give it to they are here because my analytics side says this is the easier to execute comp. They have presumably the stronger early game jungler, both in champion pick and player, and it's just the way Elucida goes is the way that they are here goes, and I think he could probably try to get enough pressure in this early game to make it happen. So not by a huge margin, maybe 52-48. I'm going to give it to they are here.
Yeah, I think the big thing is pre-6, Olaf has to get a good gank off bottom. There's going to be so much pressure in that lane, just with Draven's empowered Qs and how annoying Zyra is. I think Olaf has to prioritize down there if they want to win.
Yeah, not even just pre-6, but at 6, he needs to make that first Ragnarok not be defensive.
Mm-hmm.
You can go into
Sure.
this mid lane and get a Black Shield and go on to Hiramar on this Xerath. You can go into the bot lane and have New Capaturk jump in with the Rakan. There are many ways in every lane for, CC to be set up. But you need to make
Mm-hmm.
something happen, like you said, at least once pre-6, and I mean a kill, not just burning a summoner. And you should, I think, have pressure in the bot lane for the side of they are here. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think definitely prioritizing that bottom scuttle, just having Silverstar W level 1, really just pushing them in. There's no way for them to respond to that in terms of long anime songs.
yeah, I do agree with that. And uh, so chat, give us a hashtag TAH win or hashtag LAS win for who you think is going to win this as we do load into game one. Music, epic music.
Or hashtag Maya.
Hold on, let's get some. Oh wait, hold on. I know it. Let's
Uh,
if I can get.
insert music here.
Yeah, insert music here.
Oh, someone doesn't have an Malawi skin. So I'm gonna go. I think he's going Klepto against the board as well. He really wants to move that board.
Listen, I ain't even gotta write rhymes, but I do it for the ones with the right minds. To get my point across without ever sniffing the white lines. To make sure that it flows throughout all the pipelines. I ain't trying to pipe down, but I'm trying to get it right now. This is something you probably should write down. It's within our sight now, so I'm ready for that fight now. Never to see me throwing that white towel.
It's showing the thing moving on the bottom right, but everyone's still
Knowing I
coming
am the
through.
one that you all will lose to. Not to
You're
amuse
not finally
you.
moving. Oh, no, he went from 0 straight to 8.
Yeah, I'm in game right now.
Loose screws, I got screws loose. I guess that is the way that I infuse truth. Cause I am not afraid, and I am not ashamed. Just know for me that this is not a game. Let's go.
All right, let's go as we are into the game right now. It looks like pings are starting to come out for the blue side over here to try to get early vision over here of where most likely the jungler is going to start, as General Dill is by himself. You definitely don't want to invade if you are on the side of long enemy, as long as you just want to try to get some defensive vision. Interestingly enough, allowing needs to get to lane, I feel, to get these tentacles set up. You know, and this is going to be a nice leash for the side of Neil to steal with the Zyra plants. Hopefully doesn't steal them. Let's look at the skin game. 1, 2, 3.
Why am I slowing the skin? Trounce in the skin game.
1, 2, 3. 3 to 4. Even Zorpok's the skin master himself having a skin, but 3 to 4. Long enemy Schlongs lose that. Looks like they're going to lose the game, unfortunately, as Olaf will be starting blue. I think this is easy. He likes to get low. I'll probably do a full clear and probably invade on this red buff is what I'm assuming for the side of Elucida. As we do finally just have some normal jungle starts coming out here. But they will know that Hansu started, Elucida did start the blue side, because there's no reason why orange shouldn't be here.
That's true, and even though they did fake bottom, I think they're waiting a little bit too long to fake on this.
They are going to get all the XP.
Got a little bit of trading going on bot lane here between Zyra and Sivir.
Yep, and I think in the early stages, you know, General Dill starting with the W, going here, Kleptomancy, no real weird summoner or, you know, choices. I think the most atypical would probably be that
well, he's hitting level 2, we're putting a lot of damage on him right there.
That summoner spellbook for the side of
New Kappa
Turk, but that is something that he does like to do, and I think he's one of the people who's best in the league at probably trying to use that situationally.
They've been doing that in OGN lately. They've been running spellbook on the support so they can get a TP after that initial pre-6 fight.
As it looks like Neil the Steel got the first Scuttle Crab bot. Olaf going to be doing some hard clearing right there, as Garfield Juice has yet to hit level 2 at 3 minutes. Gonna hit it eventually once these minions die in their tower. But
yeah, he's just getting bullied around right there. Look at that. The CSS differential is down 3 to 12 right now, and his health bar. He's actually trying to re-engage for some reason. Backs out of there.
Neil is still answering the Olaf clear, who has been hard farming. Got both Scuttle Crabs. Oh man, this is just not your day on the side of... Ooh, very nice route from the side of Zorpox to deny the early engage, but Elucida is here on the bot side. Don't know if he was spotted, as he's going to show himself and then just kind of run away. Not much of a gank right there. The Olaf not having any CC and the CC already being used on the side of they are here.
Yeah, just a lack of communication right there.
Yeah, Neil the Steel doing a little bit of counter jungling right there. I think they did catch out where Elucida was. He did ping that the ward, so they do know that they have vision and knowledge of where the Olaf is. As, yeah, it is really rough up here for the side of Garfield Juice, who is not even crested 1,000 gold at this point. Most of his gold is probably through the tentacles that
tentacles,
he's
yeah.
been able to hit.
Yeah, that's actually half of his CS. I was counting it.
Yeah.
Actually, but now we've got Joe Dill's taking a little bit too long.
Yeah, he
Well,
misses the
top
E. It
there.
goes on to a minion. So unfortunate. I think he could have probably made that work right there. As he's also running Minion G Materializer, which is something that we didn't notice. But to try to just clear these waves and keep them pushed underneath tower. We understand that tanks are generally low economy, but man, this economy's in a recession in the top lane right
Yeah,
now.
it's making Darius look rich.
Yeah, making Dyrus look rich. Well, Rich right now is fairly even. New Captain Turk not actually in the bush, just standing there. I don't know if he knew that.
Interesting choice in that Spell Thief's Edge on the Recon as well. Especially with how much poke that comes from the other team.
Yeah, you're thinking maybe Ancient Coin would have been better?
I think they need that regen to kind of stay around in that lane. It hasn't hurt them yet, but it hasn't really gotten a good Zyrus there yet.
Yeah. So first recall's coming out in the top lane, the Phage already completed, and it looks like Garfield just has to back, and he only gets boots and a control ward, and is going to burn his TP, while General Dill did not burn either summoner yet, so already a summoner advantage just through the wave manipulation right there.
Yeah, even with the TP in there, General Dill has those 4 caster minions going through right now. He's got that slow kind of freeze going on. The wave's going to stay on his side of the river for a long time here.
Yeah, and so
I get a little bit of fighting going on.
Yeah, that's going to allow him to just play safe. He does have a ward just in case Elucida the Olaf does try to come up here, but I don't think you're going to want to gank because nothing's happened early enough to where you could abuse it, and now General Dill has hit 6 on this Alawi. You do not want to gank this lane.
Oh yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is 2 melee champions.
Yeah.
But Lucian's kind of just running around right now. He power farmed like you said earlier, and now he's got nothing else to do for the next little bit. So he'll probably just go down to his Krugs.
Yeah, I think what you want to do when you're this early game jungler, if you can't gank a lane, you want to try to find the enemy jungler. Now, in the early trades, you know, it's probably good, but oh, this might be General Dill getting the ult out of Garfield Juice. Oh, and the ultimate comes out for Garfield Juice. Oh, first blood and sharing the flash. You cannot flash that W. It is an empowered auto attack. First blood going over to the side of Long Anime Schlongs.
Yeah, it's just really just he got baited by the Alawi right there. He thought he was low enough, hit him with the ult, got the regen, and just really just destroyed him in that continued fight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the flash traded from both top laners, but he's going to miss out on an entire top wave right there, while the rest of the map is relatively even. Mid lane actually is a CS advantage for Long and Anime Schlongs, and even a little bit in the jungle, as the Trundle has just been able to match and even surpass the Olaf in the farm game. So I think this is a, you know, if you're on the side of Long Anime Schlongs or you're a Long Anime Schlongs fan, you're really enjoying this.
Yeah, everything we said early on about how their lanes were weaker, how early laning phase would be hard, they just kind of negated this by not missing any CS on their end, really getting good poke when they can.
Yep, and looks like Elucida finally hits that level 6 mark, which is huge for making anything happen. Fun fact apparently from our resident Alawi main, you can dodge the Ornn ult with the Alawi ult. So even just more ways to, you know, not allow Garfield Juice on this Ornn to make anything proactive happen.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
Overall, odd pick into. I know kind of his pool is restricted to tanks, but I think there could have been a better tank to go against Alawi in this situation.
Yeah, and I mean, we can go back to pick and bans and look at how they thought that this Trundle was going to go top lane, because we've never seen Neil still do it. And
I mean, we got Tunnel securing Dragon right here.
yeah. Thank you, directed camera.
I was having fun watching top farm instead.
Exactly. As there was no vision on that. A nice pink ward right there for Neil Still and Zyra to be able to poke that one out and get it. And it's an Infernal Drink, which is going to be absolutely massive for nearly everybody on the side of Long Anime Schlong.
Especially in that top lane.
Yeah, this matchup only gets worse from here. Oh, as the minion.
We've got a strong engagement there. We've got Draven backing off. Nice flash from Olaf there to clean it up with the W. Trundle going from the backside of him.
But Trundle is not even level 6 yet, so while he is a small camp ahead, he is not level 6 to make this happen. I don't know why directed camera didn't give me.
Yeah, that was odd. I just didn't watch any of that fight until we got there at the end.
Directed camera. Get your stuff together, dude. So Elucida with that level 6 gank, but not even popping the
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok right there, as it is very awkward to see Garfield Juice's character say Imbang, and then I feel like I'm being attacked.
This is personal attack, even with the tag, so it's okay.
As he's just going to get the spirit tested on him, as it looks like he's failing the test of spirit right now.
That's alright. Pass the test of heart and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gank really swung things in favor of Olaf right there. He's actually 400 gold up on Trundle now, even though he was up on CS on him.
Yeah, and I just think the Trundle needs to try. I think you could almost dive this. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of damage coming out, as the Ornn ult is going to come out, but the ult's coming down in the bot lane. Digital Love taking Jirachi down very low.
Slither repel.
Yeah, both ultimates burned on the side from both AD carries, as the Ornn ultimate was used to dissuade any more fighting coming on in the top lane from General Dill. So a burn ultimate for free right there, as Garfield Juice has no way of getting back. His TP is still down. I think General Dill could have stayed, possibly. Oh, but a nice ultimate and root coming out from Zorbox. Digital Love going to cash in on that. And that's going to be a kill over to this Draven. Going to be snowballing this lane even further ahead for them after that gank right there. The 2v2 is won by Long Animation Longs.
He found himself with about a 250 gold lead on that down, and the wave. I get some pretty good damage on this tower.
Yeah, and it looks like he's... I'm not entirely sure what he's building. Is that going to be an Essence Reaver on the side of Draven?
Either that, or I've seen a lot of high elo Dravens actually go Bloodthirster first.
Yeah, well...
They could. Well, it could also be a Storm Razor as well. But either way, it's a very odd item. It's actually going to be that Bloodthirster.
So the Bloodthirster coming out, I think that's actually not too bad of a pickup here, actually. Gonna try to sustain
it could be Death Dance as well, but I think I've seen Tyler 1 doing a lot of Bloodthirster.
Tyler 1, what does he know about Draven?
Yeah, he actually is a Quinn main, that's how he got top 5 ranked.
Yep, yeah.
They've got Trundle and all of each other in the river.
Yep.
They've got a pink ward right there, just kind of backing off, doesn't know who else is going to be around.
And we're just going to see more of this because Directive Camera thinks that this is the most exciting thing going on the map. And while they're correct, it is a horror movie for the side of Garfield Juice. I mean, I'm gonna take a phrase from Captain Flowers said earlier. It's like Jason chasing you around.
There's a nice tunnel here on New Captain Turk. Trundle with the pillar on him. He's gonna get out of
and
there.
the unstoppable
pops the Ragnarok. He's stuck in a 3v1 for Trundle right now. He's got help coming in. Draven's getting the autos on Olaf. Olaf goes down to Trundle, and here comes. There we go. And they're all gonna back off from Zero smartly. Really nice counter engage right there from the side of Long Animation Longs.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness. So that's a lot of damage. We get 2 kills across the map. Digital Love doing a lot of damage, but the kill going over to Neil the Steel as first lane turret solo gold goes over to General Dill, and this top lane is Long Animation Longs.
On top of that kill he just got.
Yeah, on top of the kill, burning both flashes again in the trade for a kill, as they are Long Animation Longs are looking to press their advantage here in the early game, as they have a 4,000 gold lead at this moment, looking to get this Rift Herald to possibly try to break down this tier 1 tower in the mid lane, as this Xerath poke is just incredible right now.
A 1-item power spike.
And look,
actually, surprisingly, we still trying to finish that kill off of him.
Look at the item difference right now. Simply Phenomenal has been almost, he's 20 CS down right now, but he hasn't backed yet. He's sitting almost on 2,100 gold. So the difference between a Lost Chapter and a Ludens is massive for trading. So, friendly reminder, back when you have 2,000 gold.
Yeah, we're talking to you, Labby.
What? That's such a call out. What the heck? Anybody.
Yeah,
I do it too. Junglers are really the main culprits.
No, especially top lane too. I get stuck up there so long.
I mean, if you're Ornn though, that's okay.
Yeah. So I just play him all the time.
So we
Speaking of Ornn, talk to me about the itemization. Usually when you play against someone like a Lowy, you want to get either the Frozen Heart or Righteous Glory. Really, Sunfire is not going to help you out here. What do you think about that pickup?
I would have rather have seen the Bramble Vest come out here. Just getting some of that healing down, as they have now initiated a lane swap for the side of Long Animation Longs, feeling that they're, rightfully so, that their strongest member is this Alawi right here, and the more people to Alawi, the better, obviously, and that this Sivir isn't strong enough right now. Oh, but here comes the Predator. Olaf going to come in, going to miss the Dark Binding, but the slow does land. Hiramar burns the heal, has to get out, and he's just going to get the assist.
Way too many of them all around there.
Ult burn from Simply Phenomenal right there as well. Soul Shackle's coming out to ensure that kill. But here comes the side of they are here.
I was going to sound the horn.
But going to miss the ultimate right there. Ooh, going to knock this down. And it's going to be a massive ultimate from Alawi. Right there. Going to take New Kappa Turk out and make him the Test of Spirit. Here comes Garfield Juice right here, just taking all the damage. The exhaust comes out. Another Test of Spirit goes down as Simply Phenomenal is now here. And Draven gets the ultimate cash in onto Garfield Juice right here as the Trundle ult does come out to try to take some stats away as the Test of Spirit again does land from General Dill as there are blinking health bars on the side of they are here. My goodness, a 4-man ultimate for this Alawi. You do not want to gank this guy, dude.
Yeah, just like you said, the more people down there, the better. I think it could have been fine, but the miscommunication, Rakan, Morgana, and Olaf all ran right into his face at the same time.
Yeah, you got to know that when he's feeling pressured, Alawi's going to jump up and slam that ground out of anger, like, hey, don't get near me. But they all just said, no, we just want a hug. And he gave them hugs of tentacles, a bunch of hentai going on there. As Long Anime Schlongs don't get the tower, but I believe they got 1 kill out of that. And now we're going to get this Cloud Drake. And Elucida taking the Blast Plant over is going to have to burn the flash right there as they do get the Test of Spirit down onto New Kappa Turk, who takes about 1/3 of his health away just from 2 little auto attacks.
Yeah, this whole series of events, after they killed Hiramar, things were looking good. And the others are going to drop Betty down here, get this guy real quick. But yeah, when they put their bot lane, Long Range Schlongs put their bot lane top, there could have been an easy dragon for they are here right there, especially after killing Hiramar. I'm not sure why they went for the Alawi.
I mean, I can understand the play to go for the Alawi. It's pushed. If you land the ultimate from Garfield Juice, you can apply some CC, get them low enough. If you play it a little bit better and don't allow...
Got the ult here. Got a vision. Got the nice kill on New Kappa Turk. They're going to keep going and engage here. They can pull this tower down. Just kind of push the air here back off of there.
Yeah, they group as 5. They know they're really strong right now. They had Shelly, as you mentioned. They break 2 towers right now, as it is a almost 7,000 gold lead at 17 minutes right here. 2-6 in kills, 4 towers to none, with 2 dragons going over Long Anime Schlongs. They are snowballing this early game.
Yeah, after that team fight and after Alawi got that solo kill and got the solo gold off the tower, everything just went out of control here. The early game just does not matter like we thought it would.
Yeah, and we kind of got to go back. I mean, while Elucida does have the 2 kills on the side of they are here, they came post 6. You didn't see him abuse the Trundle in the jungle. While he's still 200 gold up, Olaf does not scale very well into this late game, especially into the side of what Long Anime Schlongs have. You can ignore all the CC you want, but you can't ignore that damage, and when they steal your stats, you're just a Viking who's running into his death. You want to see Valhalla really quickly, this is the team to run into.
Yeah. And then after all that gold differential, everything happened, we thought Draven was going to build that Bloodthirster. Actually had so much gold, just went straight for that Storm Razor instead.
This is, right now, such a great way of using one small advantage on the map for the side of Long Anime Schlongs and making that go into contesting every objective and getting every objective on the map thus far. They got Herald. They got both dragons. They got all 3 auto towers and 1 inner turret on the bot lane, which is the lane that you want to have pressured if you want to start contesting this Baron here in 2 minutes.
We see them grouping up, trying to push top lane, but right now, as it's kind of at a standstill, how do you see they are here getting back into this game?
What you need to do is you need to make sure that your vision line, which is something that we know from New Kappa Turk and the rest of their team, they have one of the best vision scores as a team in the game. That's mostly on the back of New Kappa Turk. You need to find some picks, and that's got to be on the side
of picks. We see that they got lagging on there, not getting the pull. They're all forced to flash and run away, and Zyra gets whipped. Trundle keeps chasing, doesn't have the backup though. Yep, gets out, and actually Ornn just ults to disengage. His team can't follow the backup, but top tower is going to go down.
I don't think that you should try to fight them if they're grouped as a 5-man group. On the side of they are here, you need to scale. Simply Phenomenal on the side for some reason. Is there a pause? He's most likely.
Be a lag issue.
Yeah, it might be a lag issue on the side of Simply Phenomenal. I'm gonna take this target frame down.
Yeah, looks like from the all chat, it looks like they just DC'd the middle
Jordan
of that fight.
DC'd, yep. Makes sense.
Even aside from that, it wasn't really the Morgana that got caught. So I don't know if they tried to reactively do that because they saw Morgana walking forward.
Yeah, really interesting. Obviously not allowed to pause during a team fight,
Yes.
for PMA LCS, per PMA LCS rules, but this is, it's almost an 8,000 gold lead, pre 20 minutes, 5 towers down, only 1 tier 2 remaining. Baron's going to be up really soon, and they don't have the fastest Baron taking team, but man, they got a fast, they got a lot of damage on the side. You got 8,000 gold lead, and oh my goodness, this may be the fastest Flame Horizon in PMA LCS history. 189 to 88. I don't know if it was broken before 19 minutes, but at the 19-minute mark, there is a Flame Horizon.
I think it was prior to that fight that they just had. Around 1830 mark.
Yeah, that is when we go back into game, whenever there's like a lull in the moment, if you can check when it happened, but while we're dealing with some technical issues, the way that they are here get back into this, you need to feed this Sivir all the gold. I know they say funnel strats don't work anymore, but you need to funnel all that gold. If there's a side lane that has massive amounts of minions, you don't fight, you disengage with your Ornn ultimate or, whatever, and you give up the minimum. Don't fight. Don't die. The Sivir is on 1 item right now and is down 1,400 gold to the Draven.
It's actually one of the lowest differentials in their team aside from the jungle right now.
Yeah. The jungle is negligible. It's about a 7 gold differential. And while we haven't really seen anything out of Neil the Steel, he hasn't been punished, and that's something that I think is interesting. I think
just the presence of a Trundle scares Olaf from going in. It scares Ornn from ulting and then engaging. Just standing there, like, giving them the ult, saying, I'll do it if you come in, is almost just as good as getting kills. Just those fancy intangibles that don't show up on the board.
Yeah. And also, thank you, I didn't see that light pulse. Yeah, the 19-minute Flame Horizon. Bison pointing out that he's pretty much at 10 CS per minute in this top lane.
He does have the record, as the pause ends right here, and they're just going to let Morgana go back in there.
Yeah. Very nice brotherly way of letting all this go down, as there is going to be a reset. So if you can jump back a little bit, see what that's like, as they're going to try to get some vision right here on the side of they are here, and maybe try to look for this Trundle, but he's not alone. Don't do it.
So actually, yeah, the Flame Horizon just happened pretty recently, because after that fight at 1850, it was 184 to 88.
Okay, so at the 19-minute mark, 19-minute Flame Horizon, they're going to push down this tier 2 mid lane tower. Hiramar is not with them, but he will be joining shortly. He does have the right of the Arcane if he needs to make that happen. And I believe Trundle is running Demolish. I know that's
it is the best summoner ability in the game, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said though, they have to funnel to Sivir, and a team with Sivir, like, look at the other team's comp. Aside from Xerath, who's going to siege on them, They have Morgana, they have Sivir. They could stall, but right now they're getting caught in the sides of the jungle and the sides of their lanes.
Yeah, you need to contact whoever the CEO of They Are Here is and be like, hey, human resources, it's okay. We're gonna do some loss mitigation here, and we're not gonna go into bankruptcy. We're just gonna funnel into our Jirachi fund. And
human resources would probably get General Dill in trouble for sexual assault too, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. With all those tentacles going inside of Garfield Juice, that would probably be the way to do it. I don't know if that's possible. It is a Saturday, so work probably is closed. Those human resource people leave you on hold.
Yeah, they work the minimum.
Yeah. Report the maximum, work the minimum. All right. As Drake is going to be live here in 50 seconds, and it is under Cloud Drake, so the General Dill team is going to be focusing over that. It is the gotta go fast. Really,
yeah, we've actually got them going over there, just gesturing over at Baron right now. And like you said, they don't take it the quickest. The things people don't think about, the Zarya plants are going to tank a lot of this. So that even if they get engaged on, they're not taking, look at this, they're not taking any damage from Baron right now.
Yeah, Neil the Steel, the only one actually tanking up as well. As the TP does come out from Malawi, they do ping this out because he is TPing on a ward, so they do know that
They've
this
got
Baron
Ornn
has
and
been
Newcastle
started.
coming around the side.
Nice
So actually just
stun and a root onto Garfield Juice, who's just getting eviscerated by the Zyra damage as the heal's gonna go away onto Neil the Steel to keep him up. Oh, and the Ornn ultimate almost stealing the Baron right there, but the smite is secures the Baron for Neil the don't steal my Baron buff, secures it with smite.
How's that make you feel? They're just gonna recall now. The Baron advantage just got them pushed at almost a 10k gold lead. They're gonna just find their way to Dragon. They're here. Even their stall potential now, Morgana's negligible. It's only Sivir that's gonna have wave clear now.
Yeah, we're looking at, you know, Morgana only sitting on an item and some components. Finally, the Bramble Best coming out for this Garfield Juice. 2 items spike for this Draven, Stormrazor and Bloodthirster. And, you know, double pin items already for the side of Xerath with no one building any MR of whatsoever. So that poke is going to stay. And it's just, it's going to be so unfortunate. They don't have any really way of engaging. But if you can just poke somebody out and force them back to Fountain, you don't need to engage. Or you just kill them.
And he's gonna have a Morello when next time he recalls. It's gonna make it even worse. And no one's building MR in terms of on there here right now.
Yeah, they do have a nice wave in the top side that hopefully gets some damage right here. But Jirachi and crew are, boy, they need to apply for a loan right now to continue on with these bank references because they are just.
Yeah, futures market's looking nice right now.
Yeah, everyone needs to go back and buy futures market. They be in debt. It's okay.
I thought that was the most busted thing in the world when it came out. I was like, I can go negative 500.
Yeah, now it's a negative 500 would be nice, but oh my goodness, even through the spell shot. Here comes New Captain Turk right there.
Engaged in right there, but he's got no one to follow up.
They are going to take down this Trundle. Oh no, but New Captain Turk goes down first.
The Trundle is going to take down Olaf as well. Now
Digital Love doing as much as he can as the ultimate, the right of the Arcane comes down as General Dill comes and flanks around. Yeah, and it is a 4-for-1 on the side as Neil the Steel's ultimate was just able to keep him alive the entire time. That Subjugate just healing so much. As now it's just Lonely Garfield Juice and the 4 people of Long Anime Schlongs. As General Dill just goes into the bot lane, is going to pressure down this turret right here. As the Call of the Forge Dogs does come down to try to clear the wave. As they're just going to take down 2 inhibitor turrets and probably 2 inhibitors right here. New Captain Turk is back up. Gonna land, but then gets stunned and just boop, bop, bip, bip-a-dum, done.
He actually had his stopwatch there too, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to burn that cooldown. I couldn't even formulate words. He died twice within the span of a minute. My goodness. So, no inhibitors taken down, but 2 inhibitor turrets with this Baron buff that I believe is more than halfway done. So that's going to be it for the Baron empowered push. It is over almost a 14,000 gold lead for the side of Long Anime Schlongs. Olaf just getting his second item finally completed for the side of Morgana. And this Zeke's purchase for, New Capaturk, a really interesting one, I feel. But, you want to try to get the Sivir online as fast as possible. So you're like, you know what? I just got to buff this Sivir up and hope she can carry a late game team fight.
I'm surprised they didn't go for the Helm there, actually. But...
yeah, Knight's Vow might have been better, but he's just getting blown up so fast, too, so...
I mean, Alyssa actually getting caught out by 4 people trying to run around. There's no blast point over there. He's going to have to run, trying to flash over. Draven's going to let him go, and the team's going to keep pushing top lane.
Is that going to be a Hansu DC, Lucida DC? Because I am wondering why he is all the way at the top. Jordan DC'd again.
Yeah. So it's staying consistent.
Yeah. Elucida is behind all of Long Anime Schlongs. I'm not sure why.
On top of a ward, too.
Yeah, he's about to be spotted out. There is a question mark ping about, hey, did we see a Olaf? And they're going to find out really shortly that, yes, you did.
But even then, I think they're just going to keep pushing. If they get this last tower down, it's going to be 3 open inhibitors against a team with an Alawi.
Well, I think, yeah, you can just push down. You have double Cloud Drake. There is no reason. I mean, you could probably catch the Olaf out. But it's not going to be, that that beneficial to chase down this Olaf.
Mm-hmm.
As we look at the item power spikes that they're hitting, 3 items for most of long anime schlongs now. You have the Sword Boots and the full Haunting Guise. Landry's Torment
Yeah.
completed.
The
3
Morella.
items for almost for this Draven. To 1 and some components for the Sivir. 2 to
About to
2 and
jump
a
straight
half.
back into it.
You know, we're back here. They do see the Olaf. He is backing on a ward.
Trundle might just try to go be a nuisance, so I don't think he's getting it there.
Yeah, he's not going to get there in time. So they know where the Olaf is. Garfield Juice pushing in this bot lane. Speaking of Garfield Juice, he has 1.5 items to 3 fully completed items on this Alawi.
Let's look at that damage from 1 Xerath key right there. It almost takes Xerath down to half health.
Yeah, I will say the saving grace for the side of They Are Here is they have really good wave clear when the enemy team does not have Baron. The only problem is if they put this Alawi in a side lane, be it mid or bot, no one can answer it. So, you know, as they do pressure this.
Yeah, it's going to run their way down here and get this inhibitor for free, pretty much.
Sivir ultimate coming out, and New
nice
Turk just gets exploded on as right of the arcane comes down. 2 kills going on the side for long. Anime Schlong, the tentacle hentai porn just destroys everybody. Alawi gets a double kill, and only 1 person left. It is the Olaf, and it looks like that is going to be game for the side of long. Anime Schlongs pushing down here, trying to end before the 27-minute mark.
Just a real clean stop right there. As soon as Rakan even gestured like he was going to try to do anything, got hit in the face by Xerath stun. Zara answered it up, made it a quick 5v4.
Yeah, and that is going to be the long Anime Schlongs with not even conceding a tower, only 3 kills away from a perfect game. Right there, massive display of early game power in the top lane of that Alawi, just doing so much work. Yep. Boop, boop. As we are gonna, you know, look at some of these damage charts, but man, look, just, I think the ease of composition was really nice from the side of They Are Here, but that top lane pressure was so damning to the side of They Are Here with that Alawi, who tops the damage charts at 17,000 damage. The Sivir not even cresting 8,000, the most damage coming out from that Morgana. You know, and Ornn's known for some damage from time to time, but the Zyra even out damaging the Ornn with 6,500 damage. Are you still in the call? No, you are muted. Okay, so something's going on. I'm by myself for just a short second. We do a player of the series for playoffs, so we are going to just go to a break really quick right here, and we will come back for game 2 of Long Anime Schlongs versus They Are Here. Don't go too far.